In George Orwell's 1984, Mr. Charrington initially appears as a benign and unassuming figure. But his true nature reveals a crucial aspect of the party's oppressive control. As the proprietor of a secondhand shop in the Prole district, Mr. Charrington plays a pivotal role in the narrative. First as a facilitator of Winston and Julia's rebellion, and later, as an agent of the party. His character serves as a symbol of the party's omnipresence and its ability to manipulate trust and subvert individuality. Through Mr. Charrington's role in the story, Orwell explores themes of deception, surveillance, and the futility of resistance in a totalitarian regime. Role in the narrative. At first glance, Mr. Charrington appears to be a harmless, elderly shopkeeper with a passion for antiquities and a nostalgic appreciation for the past. His shop is a treasure trove of relics from a bygone era, offering a stark contrast to the sterile and oppressive world of the party. To Winston, the shop represents a connection to a time before the party's domination, a symbol of individuality and freedom. Mr. Charrington's demeanor and his willingness to sell Winston items, like the glass paperweight, foster a sense of trust and camaraderie. Mr. Charrington's most significant contribution to the narrative is renting Winston and Julia a room above his shop. This room becomes their sanctuary, a private space where they believe they can escape the party's watchful eye. It is here that Winston and Julia engage in their love affair, discuss their hatred of Big Brother, and dream of rebellion. The room symbolizes a fragile illusion of freedom, a temporary refuge from the party's control. However, a devastating twist reveals Mr. Charrington's true nature. He is not the benign antique dealer he appears to be, but an agent of the thought police. The room, far from being a safe haven, is a carefully constructed trap equipped with hidden microphones and telescreens. Mr. Charrington's betrayal underscores the party's omnipresence and its ability to infiltrate even the most private aspects of individuals' lives. For Winston, Mr. Charrington's betrayal is a turning point in his journey. It marks the collapse of his rebellion and his realization of the party's inescapable power. The shattering of the paperweight and the exposure of the hidden telescreen symbolize the destruction of Winston's illusions and the futility of his resistance. Mr. Charrington's role in Winston's downfall underscores the novel's bleak message about the impossibility of defying totalitarianism. Symbolic significance. Mr. Charrington symbolizes the party's deceptive nature and capacity to manipulate trust. His transformation from a kindly shopkeeper to a ruthless enforcer of the party's will mirrors the party's broader use of deception to maintain control. Just as the party rewrites history and distorts reality, Mr. Charrington's facade hides his true allegiance, lulling Winston and Julia into a false sense of security. The shop and the room above it also hold symbolic significance. They represent Winston's yearning for a connection to the past and his desire for individuality. The glass paperweight, which Winston purchases from Mr. Charrington, becomes a metaphor for this desire, a fragile and beautiful relic encapsulating a world untouched by the party. When the thought police shatter the paperweight during Winston and Julia's arrest, it signifies the destruction of their rebellion and the futility of their dreams. Broader implications. Mr. Charrington's character highlights the pervasive reach of the party and the futility of resistance in Orwell's dystopian world. His role as an agent of the thought police demonstrates that the party's surveillance extends beyond telescreens and microphones. It infiltrates human relationships and exploits trust. This omnipresence creates a climate of paranoia, where individuals cannot be sure of anyone's true intentions. The betrayal orchestrated by Mr. Charrington also underscores the party's psychological manipulation. By allowing Winston and Julia to believe they have found a safe space, the party heightens the impact of their eventual capture. This tactic mirrors the party's broader strategy of breaking individuals by first giving them hope and then crushing it completely. Mr. Charrington's role in this process emphasizes the party's sadistic control over both physical and emotional aspects of its citizens' lives. Additionally, Mr. Charrington's dual identity serves as a commentary on the nature of totalitarian regimes. In such systems, loyalty to the state takes precedence over personal morality, and individuals become tools of the regime. Mr. Charrington's willingness to deceive and betray Winston and Julia reflects the dehumanizing effects of the party's ideology, where even seemingly harmless figures are complicit in oppression. Conclusion: Mr. Charrington is a pivotal character in 1984, embodying the themes of deception, surveillance, and the fragility of resistance. Through his role as both a facilitator of Winston and Julia's rebellion and an agent of their downfall, he illustrates the party's omnipresent control and its ability to manipulate trust. His character serves as a symbol of the party's insidious power and a reminder of the dehumanizing effects of totalitarianism. His transformation from a benign figure to a tool of the party highlights the extent to which totalitarian regimes can manipulate individuals and erode personal freedom. Orwell's depiction of Mr. Charrington invites readers to question the reliability of appearances and to remain vigilant against the subtle encroachments of authoritarianism.